Robbie Nielsen out, Stephen Naismith in. Welcome back, guys. So Scotland TV and Hearts have made a decision on their new manager, albeit interim, albeit only to the end of the season. However, the Hearts board have appointed Stephen Naismith as the interim caretaker manager until the end of the season. So there you go, Stephen Naismith, the guy that is favourite with the bookies to get the job permanently. He has been installed as the interim manager. Does this mean anything? Does this mean he's now more likely to get the job on a permanent role? I mean, you could look at it both ways. If he does well, it will increase his chances. If he doesn't do well, then obviously his chances will be gone. However, not just Robbie Nielsen leaves the club. Lee Mcculloch is also gone. Hearts made a club statement on Lee Mcculloch saying that they can confirm that co-assistant manager Lee Mcculloch has left the club today. Lee joined Hearts in August 2020 as part of Robbie Nielsen's backroom staff and played a huge role in the club's journey back to the top flight to 2 Scottish Cup finals and into the group stages of the Europa Conference League. The club would like to thank Lee for all his hard work and we wish him well in the future. So basically, they kind of just gave the same statement that they used for like Robbie Nielsen. It's kind of like copy and paste. You know what, Lee Mcculloch, he was a decent player in his prime. I mean, I've no doubt that he's a decent member to have like the coaching staff or whatever, but it looks like they want maybe a fresh start, and if they're getting rid of Robbie, then maybe they feel like his assistant, you know, his number 2 has to go as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Lee Mcculloch, guys, no longer now in charge. And then Hearts released a longer statement, a much larger statement, in fact, talking about the fact that Robbie Nielsen has left the club and that I'm not going to read it all out because it would take way too long, but they spoke about how Robbie Nielsen has left the club and it was a difficult decision, blah, blah, blah. And now, alongside Robbie, Lee will also leave the club, and that Stephen Naismith will now be put in charge until the end of the season. Stephen Naismith has been doing a good job, apparently, with the B team. I don't really follow the B team, but apparently we've been playing some impressive stuff in the B team, so who knows, maybe we could bring some of those B team players through into the first team, because honestly, what we've seen in recent weeks and months hasn't been good. The board then spoke about how we're entering a crucial period of the season, 2 games remaining until the split, followed by a further 5 matches, and we know what is at stake. The board said that the next 7 games, it is no exaggeration, the next 7 games are basically 7 cup finals. We had a taste of the European football group stage this season, and we want to taste it again, and we want to reap the benefits that come with it. And that was pretty much it. I mean, that's what the board said in a nutshell. So, yeah, I mean, Stephen Naismith, I've no complaint. I mean, it could work. We've seen it work with Aberdeen. You know, they got rid of Jim Goodwin, and then Barry Robson came in, and all of a sudden, you know, he started changing things around, and it's almost like the players maybe stopped playing for Jim. Well, they did stop playing for Goodwin, and then obviously Barry Robson came in, and the players were rejuvenated. They started trying again, and they started picking up results. Could something similar like that happen to us? Maybe. Now, I mean, I suppose it is also good that Hearts are willing to wait to the end of the season until they appoint a permanent manager. I get it. You don't want to rush in. You don't want to, you know, try and quickly get somebody in before the Edinburgh Derby, and then before you know it, maybe you pick the wrong manager, and that sets you back a year or 2, or maybe even more than that. But I'm just wondering, like, if they're not going to bring a manager in till the end of the season, would it have done any harm to give Robbie Nielsen more time? Now, I get it. You could say no, it would have done harm. Results wouldn't have got better. You know, at least by bringing in Stephen Naismith, we could get a boost. Stephen Naismith could carry us over the line for 3rd place. I get people are going to say that, but I also feel that Robbie Nielsen could have maybe done the same. I feel like if given the chance, Robbie Nielsen could have taken us to 3rd place as well. Even though it doesn't look like it lately, I still think we'll beat Hibs. And there's no, you can't really you can't really guess how we're going to respond to that. We could beat Hibs, and then we could start picking up momentum, and and we could find some really good, results and performances come the latter half of the season. The post-split stage of the season. But yeah, I mean, the board made their choice now. Stephen Naismith's in, so we have to get behind him. We have to give him an opportunity, and in a way, it might be another good thing because it lets us test out Stephen Naismith. It's kind of like a buy before you try. So we're getting to see just what Stephen Naismith can do. Now, I know it's only going to be 7 games. I know it's a small sample, but I mean, I think a 7-game sample is better than nothing. So we'll get to see Stephen Naismith in charge of the club for for 7 games, and who knows, if it ends good, then I guess he's a real possibility to get the job. And if it ends badly, then we know that we've at least tried Stephen Naismith, and that we need to bring somebody else in. But the next 7 games, guys, are absolutely massive. Obviously, we need that 3rd place for the guaranteed Europa League group stage, and so next 7 games, I agree with the club. I absolutely 100% agree with the club that it's basically 7 cup finals, and we're going to need to win quite a lot of them, because I think Aberdeen's form's good, and I can see Aberdeen winning a few games towards the end of the season. Aberdeen are still to play Rangers twice. We have Hibs to play, and then I think who's our last game against before the split? I think we take on Livingston. I mean, is it Livingston, or am I getting it wrong? It might be. Is it Kilmarnock? It might be Kilmarnock. I think we take on Kilmarnock before the split. Hibs up next. So, yeah, we need to get points on the board. We need to start getting points on the board. I do think it's going to be a straight 2-way fight between us and Aberdeen for that, for that 3rd spot. I think they probably have the harder run, and well, they do. I would fancy us more to beat Hibs at Easter Road than I would fancy Aberdeen to beat Rangers. But you never know. Aberdeen, that's the game that they try. That's the game that they get up for. So who knows? But if we do our job, hopefully we can win our next 2 games, get back into 3rd before the split, and then we'll take it from there. But Rangers and Celtic have been pretty good lately. They didn't drop many points. So but the worst case scenario is if we lose to Rangers and Celtic, but Aberdeen can beat one of them, then that would be an absolute disaster. But hopefully that doesn't happen, guys. We'll see. 7 games left. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Stephen Naismith, first game in charge against Hibs. If he wins it, wow, what a start that is. If he wins it against Hibs at Easter Road, fucking hell, give him the job. If he can beat Hibs at Easter Road, then give him the job. But it's going to be tough, guys. I can't wait for the weekend. Absolutely can't wait, man. It's so excited to see the game. And guys, absolutely buzzing. I'll catch you in the next one. But yeah, Stephen Naismith is now the caretaker manager for Hearts, and Lee Mcculloch has joined Robbie Neilson by leaving the club. Will they end up somewhere? Will Robbie Neilson take Mcculloch with him to his next job? Who knows? I'd like to see Robbie Neilson get another job. I think he deserves another job. I think he's done I think he was unlucky to get sacked, and I'd like to see him back in management. But, I mean, yeah, the Dundee United job's been taken. I don't know if Aberdeen would want Robbie, so who knows? Maybe not that many jobs out there in Scotland at the moment. He might have to go back down south. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, Beanson Scotland TV. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.